if you're heading out that way today. Mike?
Hey, thank you. Here we go. Fanatic Faceoff time. Andy Reid says he is still evaluating every area of the Eagles, and more changes could happen before they return to the field a week from Sunday. If you could make one change with the roster or coaches or whatever, what would it be? Let's assume for a second that Michael Vick will remain the starting quarterback at least for another week or so. All right, here's the first question for today's Fanatic Faceoff. Joining us now for the Faceoff, Jon Marks from 97.5 The Fanatic, and good day, senior producer Tom Loudon. John, what is the next move Andy Reid should make to improve the Eagles?
Well, I think there's two moves he could make. One would be him taking over the play calling of the team. Marty Morningweg not doing too great. I'm not saying Andy Reid can do that much more, but if he's really fighting for his job, he should take over the play calling. It's predictable under Marty Morningweg. Not that Andy does that much more, but he's fighting for his job. Take over the play calling and win some games here.
Okay, Tom, what do you do?
There's so many ways you can go with this team because they have so many problems right now, but I'm going back on the defense. I have a huge issue with this wide nine. That was the number one mistake they made. They hired Washburn, the defensive line coach, before they hired the defensive coordinator. The wide nine does nothing for me. Trent Cole, one of your star players, played 58 snaps last week and didn't have a tackle. How's that possible? I mean, we grew up in this town with Buddy Ryan and his 4-6 defense, Bud Carson and his defense, and Jim Johnson and his defense. Get rid of the wide nine. Go back to a traditional defense.
Okay, not bad. The Eagles need 7 wins in their final 10 games to get 10 wins for the season and pretty much assure themselves of a playoff spot. So I'm going to set the over and under this morning at 6 games. Tom, let's start with you. Over or under 6 wins for the Eagles in their final 10 games?
Mike, mark the tape. I'm going to be positive here for a second. In the division, they have 5 games left. 2 against the Redskins, they'll split. They always do. 2 against the Cowboys, they're going to win both. The Cowboys stink. 1 against the Giants, they'll lose. They already beat the Giants, so they'll split with them. So that leaves 5 games. They have to go 4-1. They'll split with Atlanta and New Orleans. Their other 3 games left, Carolina home, Cincinnati home. They'll win both of them. It leaves 1 game, Tampa on the road. That'll be like a home game down in Tampa. They can win that game 7-3, 10-6 playoffs.
Wow. Okay, John, 10 games left for the Birds. Will they win over 6 or under 6 games?
Man, I would have said 6 if you said give me a number on how many wins they're going to have. I'd like to say yes. I actually agree with Tom, to where if you kind of take it 2 games or 3 games at a time, they should do it. I can't say right now that this is a 10-win team. I mean, I'm sorry, I can't. I'd like to say 9. I think they can make the playoffs, but I got to go under. Sorry.
Really? So that makes them 8-8?
Well, I would actually say 9-7, and I do think
9-7?
I do think they can go 10-6. But right now, from what I'm seeing, unless they make major changes or they clean the way up the way that they're playing, how can I say they're winning 10 games right now?
Yeah, they look horrible right now, but there is a chance. If they just stop turning the ball over, if you look at that schedule, it is possible.
It is, yeah. I think they're going to beat Atlanta for some reason. All right, we have time for one question. This is a doozy. Looks like the Yankees, who are basically sitting Alex Rodriguez, A-Rod, may try to trade A-Rod at the end of the season. If the Yankees are willing to pick up some of the money, a lot of the money, would you bring him to play third base for the Philadelphia Phillies? John, 10 seconds, go.
Yeah, just what you need, another high-priced, old veteran who doesn't come up big in the clutch. Absolutely, positively not. No, I do not want Alex Rodriguez here. No, no, no.
You know what? You got to take a chance. The situation this team's in, if they're willing, what the reports are, they're willing to pick up 80% of the salary. That's $90 million. Where are you going to get a third baseman that's going to hit you 20 home runs for a 5-year deal worth like $24 million? So that's what they're willing to possibly do.
Yeah, I think a third baseman, John, would probably only be about $6 million a year if the Yankees eat the salary.
Yeah, he's 36. He's going to be 42 at the end of this contract right here. Sure, for $5 million a year, why wouldn't you do it? But you don't need a superstar in every position. Look at St. Louis Cardinals. They're winning games with guys that are just good baseball players. Get a good baseball player. You don't need some high-priced, bad locker room clubhouse guy.
I mean, if you look at the free agents that are out there, there's not many for third baseman. Kevin Youkilis is the best thing, and he's the same situation. He's old and he's broken down. So if you're going to take a shot on a guy, take a shot on a guy who has hit just about as many home runs as anybody playing the game.
No Youkilis. No Youkilis either.
No, I don't like Youkilis either. But if that's your option, I'll go A-Rod and take a shot. You might be burnt, but you might be burnt by half this lineup anyway.
If old and broken down is criteria, I can start 30. All right, John, thank you very much, John. Great job. Now it's time for our jam.